Hello students, in this session we discuss about the exercise number 4, estimation of marketable and marketed surplus for different agricultural commodities. Marketable and marketed surplus, these are the types of producer surplus, and producer surplus is very important concept in agricultural marketing. So what is the meaning of this producer surplus, marketable surplus, and how this surplus is estimated for different crops? Okay, so that point we discuss in this particular lecture. Producer surplus, it is the quantity of produce which is or which can be made available by the farmers to the non-farm population. So what is non-farm population? It involves different types of consumers. So whatever the quantity available by the farmer to non-farm population, so that quantity in general we can call it as a producer's surplus. Now this producer surplus is of two types. First one, marketable surplus. So marketable surplus is the residual left with the producer farmer after meeting his requirement for family consumption, farm needs, for seed and feed for cattle, payment to labor in kind, payment to artisans, carpenter, blacksmith, potter and mechanic, payment to landlord as rent, and social and religious payments in kind. So these are the different points. If you see the total requirements of farmer, so that requirements, if you minus from total production, then you will get marketable surplus. So the formula of marketable surplus is P minus C. Total production, P means total production and C means total requirement. So which point included in total requirement? Farm needs, payment to labor, artisans, landlord, and payment for social and religious work. Now we see the next concept, marketed surplus. Marketed surplus is that quantity of produce which the producer farmer actually sell in the market irrespective of his requirement for family consumption, farm needs and other payments. The marketed surplus may be more, less or equal to marketable surplus depending upon the condition of farmer and type of crop. So we see in detail, when marketed surplus is more than marketable surplus, less than marketable surplus and equal to marketable surplus. The relationship between the two terms may be stated as follows. So this is the relationship. Marketed surplus is greater, less or equal to marketable surplus. Now one by one we see when marketed surplus is more than marketable surplus. The marketed surplus is more than marketable surplus when the farmer retains smaller quantity of the crop than his actual requirements for family and farm needs. This is true especially for small and marginal farmers whose need for cash is more pressing and immediate. Means more pressing means more urgent. Okay. This situation of selling more than marketable surplus is termed as distress or forced sale, because that farmer is selling more than his actual requirement in the market. So that concept is again in economics called as distress or forced sale. You underline this point because it is very important for your objective. Such farmers generally buy the produce from market in a later period to meet their family and farm requirements. The quantity of distress sale increases with the fall in price of the product. A lower price means that large quantity will be sold to meet some fixed cash requirements. So this is the point related with the why marketed surplus is more than marketable surplus, and in which farmers. Now the marketed surplus is always less than marketable surplus when farmer retain some of the surplus produce. Retain means kept some of the surplus produce with him. This situation holds true under the following two conditions. Okay. Number one, in case of large farmers, generally they sell less than the marketable surplus because of their better retention capacity. They have better retention capacity. They retain extra produce in the hope that they would get a higher price in later period. Sometimes farmers retain the produce even up to the next production season. So this is the point related with large farmers, and hence in case of large farmer, marketed surplus is always less than marketable surplus. Farmer may substitute, second condition is farmers may substitute one crop for another crop either for family consumption purpose or for feeding their livestock because of the variation in price. So substitution also is one of the important point. With the fall in price of the crop relative to a competing crop, the farmer may consume more of the first and less of the second crop. And hence, if you done the substitution in your farming, if you substitute one crop for other, then in that farmers also marketed surplus is less than marketable surplus. And third point, the marketed surplus may be equal to marketable surplus when the farmers neither retain more nor less than his requirement. And this hold true for perishable commodities and of the average farmers. So perishable means the commodities like leafy vegetables, fruits, is it right? Milk. So in that particular case, most of the average farmers, if you see in that farmers, the marketed surplus is always equal to marketable surplus. Now we discuss about the factors affecting marketable surplus. These factors are not included in your manual or exercise. So this is your assignment for this particular exercise. Write down all the factors in detail in blank pages provided in your manual. Okay. The marketable surplus differ from region to region and within the same region from crop to crop. It also varies from farm to farm. On a particular farm, the quantity of marketable surplus depends on following factors. In that, first one is size of holding. So see, size of holding means there is a positive relationship. What is positive relationship? As your size of holding increases, okay, marketable surplus, your production increases, and always also your marketable surplus increases. So this is called as positive relationship. Okay, so you explain like this, size of holding. Now production. See what happens, the higher the production on farm, the larger will be the marketable surplus, and vice versa. If the production is lower, then there will be lower marketable surplus. Next one is price of the commodity. The price of the commodity and marketable surplus have positive as well as negative relationship. Both relationship you observed in this factor, depending upon whether one considers the short and long run or micro and macro levels. So there will be two types of production periods, short run production period and long run production period. So that will hampers the, in that also your prices changes according to that particular period. So it will impact positive as well as negative relationship. Now size of the family. See, the large the number of members in a family, the smaller will be the surplus on the farm. So this is again we can call negative relationship. Okay, as your family members increases, marketable surplus decreases. Okay, now requirement of seed and feed. The higher the requirement of these uses, the smaller will be the marketable surplus of the crop. If your requirement for other needs increases, then marketable surplus decreases. Okay. So then the nature of commodity. See here, the marketable surplus of non-food crops is generally higher than that of food crops. Means non-food crops means it includes different types of cash crops. For example, in case of cotton, jute, rubber, The quantity retained for family consumption is either negligible or very small part of the total output. For these crops, very large proportion of total output is marketable surplus. Even among food crops, for such commodities like sugarcane, spices, oilseeds, which require some processing before final consumption, the marketable surplus as a portion of total output is larger than that of other food crops. So the crops which require processing, okay, then some crops, cash crops. So these are the in these crops also the marketable surplus is higher. Okay. Now marketable surplus is also depend on consumption habits. The quantity of output retained by farm family depends on consumption habits. For example, here one example is given. In Punjab, rice forms a relatively small production of total cereals consumed by farm families compared to those in southern or eastern states. Therefore, out of a given output of paddy or rice, Punjab farmers sell greater portion than that sold by rice eating farmers in south and eastern states. So these are the different points. According to consumption habit also there will be change in the quantity of marketable surplus. So these are very important factors you just understand for your theory also, means this topic is also included in your theory exam. So you have to know about the concept of definition of marketable and marketed surplus and factors affecting marketable surplus. Then how these points estimate. So that example, the example of that video I send to you after the sending of this link. Okay, thank you.